Hello, myself Priscilla Anil. I'm here to present group portfolio of NLM 206 KDD, Human Resource Management in Healthcare. Our group consists of three people, myself, Pheba Anish, and Jaisemol Stephen, and we took recruitment as the topic for the portfolio presentation. So let me give a brief introduction about the topic. Recruitment is very important in human resource management, and it is defined as a process through which an employer chooses a person from the various candidates which have applied for the job position. And every company is required to have proper staffing strategies before hiring a candidate to the job position. And recruitment is little bit similar to marketing because it needs to improve the level of interest in the people who are applying for the job position. Let me give a brief overview of what we will cover in this presentation. So mainly there are four topics. First will be about the challenges faced by an employer during recruitment. And next will be about internal and external factors which are main in recruitment. And next will be about the comparison and the differentiation between both internal and external candidate recruitment strategies. And finally, we will cover about the effective recruitment strategy for a new nursing job opening in a long-term care facility. So let me explain about the challenges faced by an employer during the recruitment process. So first one is sourcing candidates. That means choosing an eminent candidate from whole list of people who have applied for the job position. And next is candidates will be receiving multiple offer letters from various companies according to their qualifications. So it will be difficult for the employer. And as we know, the hiring process is dragging a lot. It takes from weeks to months to hire an employee. So it's a biggest challenge. And clients lowballing candidate. That means the employer will not be able to provide as per the expectation of the employee. Next, retention. Yeah, as we all know, it is very difficult for the company to keep hold of the current employees. And while they are hiring new people, they should even look after their current employees and ask them to stay in their organization and provide them with all facilities. And next is lack of qualified candidates. Yeah, nowadays most of the people are applying for jobs even if they are not yet qualified for the post. Expanding candidate reach. It has been very difficult for employers to find out the whole level of the candidate. Targeting passive candidates. Many of the employers are looking for people who actually doesn't want to apply for a job. The next challenge faced by employers is the inefficiency to attract the right job candidates. Most of the candidates may not be qualified for the job position, but the qualified ones should be attracted well so that they send resumes to the organization. And next is lack of talent pools. So talent pools is a database of all the qualified employees for the job position. So I think if the employers develop a talent pools, then it will be very easy for them to choose the candidate from the talent pool. And next challenge is inefficient talent sourcing. It's very difficult for employers to find the candidates as per their talent and hiring for diversity and inclusion. That means the employers should select employees from diverse cultures and traditions, and every individual should be included. Next is eliminating bias. So that's a great challenge for employers because they are supposed to choose candidates from every background, irrespective of their color, caste, or creed. Ensuring team collaboration. That means they should have a collaboration between themselves in the company. As for example, between executives, hiring managers, recruiters, recruiting, marketing professional, etc., while they do a recruitment process. The next challenge is outdated technologies. Even nowadays, various companies are hiring candidates through in-person interviews and receiving resumes in person rather than using platforms like Indeed, LinkedIn, and other job sites. This will be a challenge for them. And nowadays, various job applicants give resumes for a job position which doesn't even qualify them. That will be difficult for the employers to choose the applicants and losing applicants to competitors. That means when a person apply for a job and if the employer is unable to satisfy the person with the right job offer like flexible hours, paid off time, etc., then obviously they will be gone to another organization which provides them with these facilities and providing an insignificant interview experience. That means first impression is the best impression. Like that, if the employee or the candidate is not impressed with the interview experience, then he may not be trying to seek job in the institution. Delayed hiring process is another challenge. The lack of branding. That means if the company doesn't have a good name or status, then people won't be trying to work in this institution. So these are a brief about a few challenges faced by the employees during the recruiting process. This is all about my topic, and the next topic will be continued by Pheba. Thank you.
I am Pheba Anish. Today I am going to discuss about forecasting depends upon internal and external factors. The organization hire people, so they have plan for their futures. So there are various factors such as internal and external factors. As a internal factors, firstly it is budget constraints, which depends upon how much money the organization have. Some organization have more amount of money, whereas the other organization have less amount of money. Depends upon the money they have, they hire the people. Then the second thing is expected employee separation trend. And some employees leave the organization for the better opportunity. So they have their data with them and they plan according to that in the future how much employees they need to hire. The next thing is production levels, which means how many persons a nurse can manage. So if the organization is having more patients, then they have to hire more nurses for that. So according to that, they will plan. The next thing is sales improve or decline, which means the number of patients will increase or decrease in the future. So according to their previous data, they have some idea about that. Depends upon that, they do the recruitment process. The next thing is global expansion plans, which means the organization have to extend their branches to some other places or not. They have to, they need to improve their place space for to the other location or not. Depends upon that they are doing this recruitment. The next thing that is the external factors, such as the technological changes. Due to this advancement in technology, there are various changes are coming into this technology. So they have to hire the skilled workers to that area. So depends upon that they plan the recruitment things. The next thing that is law changes. Sometimes the law change very fast, so they need to implement that law in their organization. So they have to hire such type of persons. Next thing is rates of unemployment. As we know, sometimes there are unemployment rates are really high in the market. So these organizations hire people because they have more resources outside, so they hire the people. Next thing is population shifts, which means sometimes the older generations, older populations are admitting the hospitals more compared to the younger generation. So the nurses they have to hire depend upon the department. So they have to hire the geriatric nurse, gerontology nurse. If it is pediatric cases are high, then they have to hire the pediatric nurses and so on. Then changes in urban, suburban, and rural environments depends upon this. Uh, Urban, sometimes we can see that in the rural areas some disease conditions are more high. Changes in this environment also uh, can lead to hire the more employees into the organization. Then the competition, we know that there are a lot of skilled workers are there in the market. Competition is one of the main thing in the recruitment. And the next thing that is comparison between internal and external recruitment. The internal recruitment means organization verify the internal employees qualification for the job opening. That means the internal employees have a chance to get the promotion, and they will be satisfied, and so that they can the company can be retain the employees back in their organization. So because of that, this organization encourage the internal employees to apply for the job opening if they meet the recruitment, and they are not publishing these job opportunities because they are always try to hire the internal employees for that position. So the companies have a bidding system for internal candidates which helps the employees to access the job openings. And next thing that is external recruitment, which means it is an alternative to an internal recruitment. They hire the people from outside the organization rather than inside the organization. So the organization does not do not encourage the internal employees for applying the job openings because they give preference to the outside people. So they, because of that, they publish the job advertisements on social media and other websites. Organization have to understand the labor market, uh, because uh, they have, if they are trying to hire the people from the outside the organization, they should understand about the labor market, which means how much that skilled workers are available on the market. For example, the shortage of the nurses, doctors, all the frontline workers during the pandemic was one of the problem because they find very difficult to get the skilled workers. Uh, Thank you. That's all about my part. And next part will be continued by Jaisemol, Punnathara, Stephen.
Hi everyone. So here I am going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of internal and external recruitment. As she already said, internal recruitment is the recruitment of staff who are already in the organization, whereas external recruitment is the recruitment of candidates outside the organization. Because of that, internal recruitment is time saving and low cost because there is no need to spend money for advertisement like in external recruitment, and it is very quick and it helps in retention of staff because the staff find it very attractive as they get promotion and all. But the main two drawbacks of internal recruitment are nepotism and lack of diversity. When coming to external recruitment, it is very time consuming, expensive, and it is too broad, and the authority or organization have very less control over the final candidates who are to be interviewed. And three major benefits or advantages of external recruitment are: we get hundreds of resumes and we get higher quality people and plentiful source of talent. Then when coming to recruitment strategy, it is recruiting the right talent at the right place at the right time. It is very significant in a recruitment process. Here include some of the steps in recruitment strategies, that are staffing plans, development of job analysis, writing job description and job specifications, and knowing the laws related to recruitment, developing a recruitment plan, implementation of a recruitment plan, acceptance of the materials that are sent by the candidates, and selection process. Here we have planned recruitment strategies for a new nursing job opening in a long-term care. So first of all, it should be based on Frederick Herzberg motivation hygiene theory, which says that over supervision and low salary are some of the hygienic factors that decrease employee satisfaction, whereas
Recognition, awards, or rewards and achievement make workers more satisfied with their job, and this in turn leads to increase in productivity, creativity, and commitment towards their job. And job positions should be made more attractive by providing them benefits, allowances, and good wages. Then candidates who are qualified are to be promoted than those who are underqualified. Then it should be designed in such a way that it meet all the requirements, needs, and expectation of the candidate. Then we can use social media for giving advertisement, and either we can use on campus recruitment, or we can conduct interviews, and we can take employee referral as well. So, as a summary, in a nutshell, we can say that human resource management is an organizational function in control of all issues which concern the employees in an organization, such as compensation, recruitment, hiring, performance management, development, safety and wellness, benefits, employee motivation, communication, policy administration, and training. And here, recruitment is the process of finding, screening, hiring, and eventually onboarding qualified job candidates. So, these were all our topic, and our references are Brutus S. Baronian and Human Resource Management 2020, Dutet M 2019, Biggest Recruiting Challenges for Search Consultants, and Guest Blogger 2021, Common Recruitment Challenges Faced by Recruiters, Healthfield SM 2021, What is Human Resource Management? Lapade K 2019, Effective Nurse Recruitment Methods for Long-Term Care Facilities, and Sailor Academy 2012, Human Resource Management Chapter 4. St. Jean E, Silverstone V, and Snyder E 2017, Recruitment, and Soseska A 2019, Top 20 Recruitment Challenges to Tackle in 2020.